Today we're going to be talking about the importance of eye protection, and we're going to be looking at several models of glasses that can help you protect your vision. What's up, crew? It's Chris with CloverTac, and we're out on the range today. Though we're not going to be doing any live fire, we still have to deal with the birds and the bugs and the wind and the loud neighbors and the traffic noise. So today we're going to be talking about the importance of eye protection, particularly with shooting sports and hunting situations. I want to caveat before we go into this that obviously using eye protection in a self-defense situation is not that feasible or realistic. Before we jump into some different types of eye protection though, I want to throw a question out there to everybody in the audience. What type of eye pro do you prefer? Hit me up in the comments below. Let me know. So one thing that we need to start out talking about when we're dealing with eye pro is that there seems to be a general consensus that anything is better than nothing. I happen to fall into that camp, and I do subscribe to that idea. However, when you're talking about true safety glasses, there is going to be somewhere on the frame, most likely, a safety rating. Those are what I would recommend for actual shooting sports and hunting activities. But let's start out today talking about the cheaper of the eyewear here, just your plain old safety glasses. These you can find in any sporting goods department, something like that, and typically speaking, they're fairly reasonably priced. As a matter of fact, you can get a similar pair of glasses like this at a store like, let's say, Harbor Freight, usually for just a couple of bucks. Now, as far as the color of the lenses themselves, yes, you will find cheaper pairs with smoke tint and amber tint, and we'll get a little bit more in depth on the actual tint of the lenses a little later on, again, as we're talking about more of the expensive line of protective eyewear. Since we're talking about eyewear on the cheap, I have another example here. These are from a company called Radians. They're called the Crossfire. They're not too terribly expensive. A set of smoke polarized lenses there, wraparound style. They offer good protection, and these are reasonably priced and fairly stylish. Now, along with some just sunglasses like this, again, a lot of the sunglasses out there do have a safety rating, so be sure to check on that. Some glasses that I know for sure have safety ratings are the glasses that they sell in the big box stores, the sunglasses, I should say, a lot of times that they sell in the fishing departments of a lot of the big box stores. Protective eyewear is cheap, and considering the ramifications of loss of your vision and how catastrophic that would be to your life as a whole, I think that it just makes sense to, in every situation that you possibly can, keep those eyes protected. I do want to address a larger channel that's out there, a very well-respected individual, somebody that I do watch their videos, I enjoy their videos, and this is in no way a reflection on that person. I'm not going to mention their name because of that. Some of you will probably figure it out. You may give me hate in the comments below. I don't really care, but I've heard him say on numerous occasions, people have asked him that in portions of his videos why he does not wear eye protection. And he's got some personal excuses about looking silly and some other things, and those aside, he does have a somewhat legitimate excuse in that he says, well, when he's shooting through a chronograph or he's shooting at paper targets, the probability of getting any, I think he calls it splashback or backsplash or whatever, is fairly low. And that's true, it is. But even fairly low odds, are you willing to take those odds with your vision? That's my first beef with that particular thing. The other thing is I think that as firearm enthusiasts and as advocates for a firearm lifestyle and hunting and shooting sports and that sort of thing, I always say safety first. Safety is first. We should be teaching that, and we should be setting examples. But further than that is I've never heard him mention a few things that have absolutely nothing to do with the type of target that you're shooting at that could potentially be a problem. And I've had a couple of these instances happen to me personally. I can remember being behind my daughter. She was shooting a revolver, and something went wonky with the timing, and it shaved lead, and I was hit in the cheek. Now, thankfully, I was wearing eye protection, but I had a piece of lead hit me in the cheek, and it drew blood, right? It brought blood. So had that hit me in the eye, that would have been a problem. I have a brother-in-law that was shooting a rifle, and for whatever reason, there was powder blowback that came back, and he actually had to go to the emergency room, and he had to have therapy on his eyes for weeks because he got unburnt gunpowder in his eyes. Both of those have nothing to do with targets. I can go on. I've seen instances where brass was ejected from, this usually happens with a handgun, but ejected and hit somebody in the eye or in the glasses. I've seen instances where optics and sights have come off under the recoil of certain firearms and hit people in the face. So when we're talking about a situation where we protect our eyes and we only have two eyes, then I think it's very important that we advocate for total safety. And again, no offense to that particular creator. I like his content. Actually, I love his content, and he is still held in high regard by me. We just have a little bit of a difference on opinion on safety here, and maybe it has something to do with background and experience, because I was also talking with another buddy, and he told me that he was in the military, and in the military they didn't push the whole eye protection type thing. So if you come from some type of background like that, I can understand. But again, long story short, and I know it's too late, that I think that we should protect our eyes whenever and wherever and however possible. And with all of that said, let's get back to looking at some examples of protective eyewear. So moving up the chain, let's say that you've moved out of that novice or beginner level as a shooting sports enthusiast or a hunter, and you're looking for some safety glasses, some protective eyewear that can potentially up your game. Well, there's quite a few sets out there. The set that I have with multiple lenses is going to be the Radiance Shift, and you can see here it comes with the glasses, with the frame, and several different colored lenses. Now, as I get these out and we kind of show them off, here is just the clear lenses. You can see wraparound design, really good protection, and you just snap the nose piece off. You can snap these lenses out, snap the color of your choice in, and go. Now you might ask, why do you need a different colored lens? Well, the different lenses offer different effects, I guess, or being able to see a little better depending on the given light situation. So like a darker smoke lens, if you were out in the bright, very bright sunlight, you may want something like that. If you're into, let's say, shotgunning, then an amber or a red tint can really help those sporting clays pop, the orange on those sporting clays. So if you are a multifaceted outdoor enthusiast, then something like this set here with multiple lenses may be the way that you choose to go. Now, this particular set has, 5 lenses, and I have seen some sets out there that offer just the 3, and the main 3 typically are the clear, the smoke, and the amber. Now, though I do carry cheap glasses with me all the time in my range bag, just in case I run across somebody that doesn't have eye protection, I can help them out. And even though I use the Radiance Shift from time to time, depending on certain lighting situations, the glasses that are my current go-to pretty much for everything I do and even everyday wear are the Hunter's HD Gold. Now, I'm not going to bore you too much with details on the Hunter's HD Gold glasses. If you're a regular of the channel, you already know the details most likely. And if you're new, there's a lot of technology and health benefits and other things that go into the lenses on these particular glasses. If you're interested in learning about that, then hop over on gear-report.com. I've got a really good written article on everything you need to know about Hunter's HD Gold. What I do want to talk about is that they offer quite a few different frames. They're really big in the competitive shooting sports world. A lot of shooting sports competitors wear these, so that does speak to the quality, durability, and everything on Hunter's HD Gold. But they offer a few different options. You'll notice I'm wearing Hunter's HD Gold right now. And these are not safety rated frames. Now the lenses are safety rated, but not the frames. And I primarily wear these when I'm watching TV or working on the computer, just kind of everyday wear type things. If I'm going to go out on the range or I'm going to go hunting or something like that, even doing some woodworking or something, right? Then I'm going to reach for my actual safety framed Hunter's HD Gold. Or we talked about the Radiance Crossfire earlier. I actually have a pair of the Radiance Crossfire frames with custom Hunter's HD Gold lenses, so I kind of get the best of both worlds. If you found this video educational, informative, or at all helpful, then go ahead and give us a thumbs up. We really would appreciate it. Now, if you're out there and you had questions about eye protection or protective eyewear, hopefully this video helped you out some. If not, remember, you can always hit me up in the comments below. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Till next time, don't forget to chain fire freedom.